Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
We're gonna get into cacao here. How many people are into raw cacao? Okay, we're gonna go fast. This is gonna be fast. We can talk about this on our own. We're cutting into other people's time. Okay, so I saw a bunch of hands. How many have never heard of cacao? Okay, awesome. Cacao has been a love affair of mine for like 5 years. As a family, it's probably one of the most transformational foods I've ever had into my body. It changed my body. It gave me the energy to change my body. What's that?
I was just going to say, when I said raw food, I'm interested in checking this out, bringing it to the family, Steve said, we got to get cacao.
Well, because
that's completely what brought him into...
We had a bag of beans. You ever see cacao beans? We'll pass these around. Eat them. We had a bag of cacao beans at home, and I liked them, but they're too weird. They're too bitter. And I thought, how do you turn this into something good? Because I want the energy of this in my body, but I want it to taste good, because I'm American, and I grew up on waffles and syrup.
That's incredible.
So, she got me naked chocolate, and my life changed. I was eating cacao beans, reading the book, laughing out loud, on the David Wolf download trip. Like, it was pretty much psychedelic. Where I want to go with this. Okay, cacao is dense in minerals. That's why we're bringing it to the table here. It's loaded in magnesium. That's the biggest thing. It's the antioxidants is its biggest feature. We all know antioxidants are great. Fight free radicals, which are just like beating up our system from radiation, from EMFs, from all this other junk in our environment. So we need, berries are loaded with antioxidants. We know that. So this is just a different thing to get antioxidants into us. It's loaded with magnesium, which apparently a lot of us are magnesium deficient or on the deficient level. So what happens when we get magnesium, it actually opens our heart. So that's when they say sacred, chocolate is like the sacred heart. You see chocolate hearts on Valentine's Day. It opens the heart. It's got these things, and they're called PEAs, and I never know the real name for them because it's a big scientific name, but it's phenylethamine, okay? PEAs. That's the same thing that our body has in us when we fall in love, that feeling of love that we just love. Those are PEAs in our system. It's like a hormone thing. Okay, I'm just going to throw some other things. Anandamide. That's a chemical that this has. Ananda means bliss in Sanskrit. For all you yogis out there, anandamide. It's got that thing. It's got manganese, chromium, iron, magnesium. Here's the awesome thing about cacao, and this is what I want to bring to the table. Aside of eating for fun, pair it up with powerful things. Superfoods, I like herbs. It potentiates what you pair it up with. Okay? It delivers the medicine because it opens up everything. It gets rid of inflammation. It makes your body better able to receive the medicine or the information that these medicinal mushrooms are bringing. Reishi, cordyceps, chaga. These mushrooms, if you don't write them down, if you don't know what they're about, because they're transformational things. Get them into your body. Do it with chocolate if you got to. Make it fun. Here's what we want to do. We've taken chocolate to the craziest levels of like tempering, the science of hanging, talking with chocolatiers on the computer all over the country, all this thing, made amazing, crazy things. We want to bring it back to the beginning. This is what we were making in our kitchen 3 years ago. Kitchen chocolate. So that you guys don't have to go to Glenn and support him and buy these chocolate bars. But when you can't get to Glenn's to buy these amazing chocolate bars and support your community, make it at home. Get the few ingredients that you need. You'll need a few ingredients. You'll need cacao butter. This is cacao fat. They take the bean, they separate it out, and they pull the fat out. And then the other byproduct is powder, okay? The powder has all the psychoactive chemicals. I haven't gotten into the psychoactive things, the neurotransmitters.
What do?
So the butter is the fat. You need butter, you need powder, you need sweetener, you need a good salt. Good salt, we've already talked about it. This is all you need at home. Buy the raw stuff, it's worth the extra money. Don't cook it. If you're going to buy and spend the extra money, keep it raw. It's going to have way more amazing effects. So Gina has come up with this wonderfully digestible chocolate, because cacao butter is hard to break down. It's kind of tough on the liver. So if you get too much of this in your body, you're going to kind of feel hungover. You can kind of feel like that feeling back in the day, like I drank too much. I'm sluggish. Coconut oil, which is amazing, easy to digest, amazing, healthful, saturated fat, gives it more of a coconut flavor, yet it is way more digestible, so you can pig out on it. I'll throw that out there.
She is going to be
That's hilarious.
So Gina's going to show you this easy to do thing, and then we're out of here for water.
Okay, so this is really quick and easy. I have melted ahead of time coconut oil. I'm going to do 1 part coconut oil. Melted cacao butter, 1 part cacao butter.
That's the white stuff.
Yes.
How do you melt it?
I did it in a dehydrator. You could do it in a double boiler. If you don't have either, what we've actually started doing was, and I don't know if this is legal or whatever,
It's
but
cool.
we take a pan, you know, just our pan, put it on the stove, heat it up. I take it off the burner so it's still warm, and then put it in. It doesn't get too hot.
Don't spike your chocolate over 120. You know, like don't. You paid for it. Don't cook it. Then you're in the club. You're still in the raw chocolate club.
So I'm gonna add a 1/2 part agave.
Give a little thermometer to that. Candy thermometer. They're at every kitchen store.
And then just stir that up, and then I have the raw cacao powder. So from here, I'm gonna just try and break down any chunks, so I don't have to do it once it's in there. And I'm just gonna add a few tablespoons. We'll start with 3, and mix that up. Do you want to start?
What was that last item?
What?
Spirulina?
Cacao powder.
Cacao powder.
Oh, it's powder. Spirulina. Bring blue-green algae into this scene. Have you done that, Paul?
No.
Because you make chocolate.
Yeah,
We've
I've done
talked.
the green algae thing.
Oh, that okay. Mexico, ancient Mexico City. You know, like 5,000 years ago. That was like their staple. Did you guys know that cacao was money? That was like gold. Up until Spanish conquered, this was money. Those beans. This is what people exchanged. This was their currency. Like Montezuma, those dudes. This is what they were using.
Using it again.
Spirulina. We're gonna maybe have to use it again if it was up to David Wolf. Spirulina grows. Like the biggest scene of spirulina is right outside of Mexico City. This civilization was always loaded on cacao with blue-green algae. There's no doubt about it. It's proven. Bring that in. That's an ancient thing. Throw some vanilla. Bring vanilla, spirulina, and cacao.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's so fun.
No wonder you have 3 children.
We used to be into maca.
There you go.
We had to stop.
Okay, so just add as much cacao powder as, you know, just taste it. Just keep tasting it, add more,
Pass it around.
just
Take one
play with
pass.
it, make your own
So
recipe.
is this chilled?
This is the same recipe, yeah.
Yeah, we're just
So we
moving
just
these along.
poured it into molds.
Yeah.
We put it in the freezer, you can do it however you want. It
Really?
firms up real nicely that way. Because there's coconut oil in it, coconut oil has a melting point of, I think it's 80 degrees. And then plus you have the liquid agave, so it's going to melt at a really fairly low temperature. So when we make it, we keep it in the freezer and take it out, you know, when we're in the mood for one.
You eat ancient foods with large amounts of polysaccharides, like mushrooms, which are just cosmic. They're in space. Radiation doesn't kill them, which means they're from other planets, which means they're an alien life form, which means we're eating aliens. Think about that.
Oh yeah!
You want to think cosmically? Eat food that comes from outer space.
Oh yeah! Oh,